my children are fixing to shrink in terror. We were in Lincoln County, New Mexico, where Billy the Kid, the famous jailbreak, where he shoots the guy down the stairs and he bends out the window and shoots another deputy, and then he makes his getaway from Lincoln County, New Mexico. And we had toured Lincoln County, which means we walked from here to the bathrooms and back in a real small place. And anyway, we're walking back to the car, and Riley and Griffin are walking ahead of me. Now, granted, this is a long time ago. They were just little bitty kids. And they were walking along ahead of us. And all of a sudden, me and my wife were strolling. We're talking. And all of a sudden, we hear these blood-curdling screams, and they turn around, and they start running, and they're yelling, "Wild animal! Wild animal!" We're in Lincoln County, New Mexico. I'm thinking, there's a bear. There's a mountain lion. And I mean, my daddy senses, pull out my case pocket knife, and we're going to cut some bear or something like that. So I start looking around, and Christy's like the mother hen. She's gathering them in. And I was like, where? She's like, right there. And running across the field was a tree squirrel. Now, y'all laugh, but we're from Texas. There are no trees, hence no tree squirrels. Okay? I would like you to see an alien land and a little animal like this jump out and run across the deal and see if you don't freak out a little bit. And I was like, guys, it's a squirrel. What's a squirrel? Well, it's that thing right there. What do they eat? Nuts. Oh, okay. Griffin, you're in trouble. They were terrified. I mean, I felt sorry for them. I mean, you could visibly see it. The blood drained and the hearts were beating fast. And you know what? We laugh at a couple of young kids being afraid of a squirrel. But what's even funnier than that is how adults run around and scream and are terrified of the problems that we have. When Jesus said, "Do you have no faith?" I said I would take care of that. I said I would be right there with you. If I'm asleep, does it look like I'm worried? You can read that Bible and nowhere did Jesus go, "Ah! Ah!" I mean, seriously. But that's what we do. We're in our own boats with the problems of our lives are just bouncing us back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and we're just running around, wild animal! Why? Why would we do that? See, Jesus was showing off God's peace. And He's offered it to each and every one of us. He said, do not be afraid. If He had one thing that He harped on over and over and over and over, He said, don't be scared, folks. I'm with you. I got you. What would Jesus do? Maybe that's not the question. What did He not do? Jesus never freaked out. Not one time did He ever freak out. Imagine Jesus asleep against a bale of hay while we freak out because it hasn't rained. He would get up and He'd say, it will rain when it's time. Imagine Jesus napping on the couch while we freak out because someone isn't doing things the way that we expect them to do things. They're not doing it right. They're not doing it right. And Jesus says, don't worry about them. Just worry about you. But Jesus! Shh. Shh. Trying to sleep here. Imagine Jesus softly snoring while you freak out because you're running late. I did that this morning. We were supposed to be here at 9 to start the coffee, and we got here like 9:20, and the pastor was, we're running late! Cowboys aren't going to have their coffee! My wife is like, let them make their own dadgum coffee. She's not called the worst preacher's wife for nothing. Hey, I didn't say that. She did. You can actually go check out her website. It's really good. You think I'm joking. Not really. She didn't say that about the coffee. I was joking. But it was my little plug for you, honey. Get some more people on your website. Imagine Jesus dozing contentedly in the boat while your problems seem to be sinking you. What would Jesus do? He would calm the storms in your life, and if you'll let Him, He'll take your fears away. Let Jesus show off God's peace in your own lives, because I know a lot of you need some peace. Need to quit freaking out.